So if you have a green pool and you want to know how to go from green to blue like I did in a matter of days, stay tuned. So today's the day we started working on the pool, although we were still working on our cabinets, and I'll show you those in a little bit. This is the new pump that we put in. It's smaller than this pump right here that we took out. And we're thinking now that maybe the only thing that was wrong with this pump, other than it's old, is that because it was leaking from here, maybe it's the gasket. So we're gonna hold on to it. But this is the new pump. I'm able to actually see everything that I need to be doing on here. This is what we're working with right now. The water is green, algae filled, and we're still adding water to it. I have the water hose actually right there in the pool, and so this is the filtration here. Water is going in here, leaves, whatever, trash. I'm not cleaning it out yet because I need to shock it really well before I do that. So what I'm doing now is still adding water until I get to up in here. But right now I'm about to add this stuff I got from the pool store right here. I mixed it in with the pool water. I was supposed to have a bigger bucket, but I couldn't find it, so I'm using this one, and then I'll just dump this in the pool, refill it with water, add some more of this. So this, I won't be able to add the shock and everything else that I need to add until maybe 6 to 8 hours after adding this. So that's the first one, and it's gonna turn the water a really pretty blue, and it's gonna kill off this algae. You can see it right there. So I'm gonna add some more. That's how the water's gonna look in the pool. And I'm also going to put this bottle in the pool and rinse it out, because I'll use this water as my tester bottle when I take it back to the pool store once I'm ready to start adding other chemicals to it, like make sure my alkalinity is correct. Isn't that pretty? Turquoise color. So, just clean my bucket. I already put my chlorine tablets. I got 2 of them inside that duck over there at the far end right there. And I also put one of the chlorine tablets into the filter here. So now I'm going to take that bottle and rinse it out in this right here. And this is gonna sit for, like I said, till tomorrow, and then I'll start adding the shock. So we'll pick back up in a couple hours to show you what it looks like, and then we'll start back in the morning. So I needed to make a correction. I called the pool company. They said I don't have to wait until tomorrow. I only have to wait 1 hour from pouring that liquid in there to actually pouring, well, the granulars into a 5-gallon container with water, stir it up, and shock the pool. So I'll pick the phone back up in an hour and we'll shock it together. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is take this shock right here. This is called Shockwave Fast Acting. Sanitizes the pool, and it gets rid of algae, kills bacteria, destroys organic contaminants. So I'm gonna pour that in here, mix it up with this wood, and pour it into the pool. And I'm trying to get this done before it starts to storm. So I'm going to show you me doing one, and I'll do the rest off camera. Don't wear any clothes that you want to keep. Because if it splashes on you, it's going to stain your clothes. I'm only going to do one bag per this small. If I had the whole 5-gallon container, then yeah, I would use it. All of them. So I'm going to stir this till it dissolves and then pour it into the pool. We start the storm. I'm going to do the rest of them, and I'll pick you guys back up in a few hours. So here's the results from that, and now I have to get busy with cleaning this thing. I'm up in my sunroom now. It is the following day, and I wanted to get an angle that I can actually see down where I need to be vacuuming at, which is what I'm about to do. So I'll be back once I either start or once I'm done to see just how much I've gotten done today. This is a lot of work, y'all. So right now I have the net, and what I'm doing is I'm scraping the bottom and getting any excess leaves up before I actually use the vacuum. So I was also running water in the pool as well to get it up to the level I needed it to be as I'm cleaning it. And y'all, this took more than one day. So this took multiple days, but I'm going to condense this down so you can see it. So I wanted to get a view from up top. That way, when I look back, I can actually see down into the pool. That's the one side, a part of this having above ground pool I don't like. You cannot actually see down in it. So I kept having to go in the house and out. So I left my camera up there to record me getting this part right here. So when I play it back, I would know exactly what I need to do. So now I have my electric vacuumer. What a lifesaver. Now, I know it's going to look like I'm just moving the stuff around and pushing it all across the pool. And it kind of did push some across the pool, but I picked up a lot in this vacuum. That's why I said this took multiple days. This was not something that I could do just in one day. My husband kept coming out there to help me. He was working on cabinets and I kept calling him out. So I'm using the actual vacuum now that is connected to the pool. So I'm about to start back. I had to stop and go pick up some more shock. So I got 3 bags of shock. The pool store had closed. I had to go to Ace Hardware to get it and not the pool store because I wanted to test my water. Even though I have the strips to test, I like to do their test as well. So I got 3 more bags of shock. I'm about to do one at a time and wait a couple of hours or maybe the next day. This is going to be a couple of day process. So I see that my hose is still hooked up. So I'm about to start back vacuuming the bottom. I'm using this camera. That way I can kind of see where I need. And it's kind of hard to do it right now, but you'll see it clear up as it goes on. So right now, I think I'm mixing the shock up with the water from the pool. So what I'm doing is I'm putting water in the bucket, then I'm adding the shock to it, stirring it up, and then pouring it in. And if I have any granulars left in the bucket, I just add more water to it and stir it up. It's not that I'm putting a whole lot in there, but I did use a lot of shock over like a few days because it took a lot to get this cleaned up. But you can start to see it start to dissipate as I go through the process and start to turn a little bit blue. And I know I had been out there so long, my husband came out, I think just to make sure I hadn't fallen into the pool. Okay, so this is what it is looking like. It's going to take a little bit for it to clear up. I need it to clear up so I can see the bottom of it, to see exactly what I need to, where I need to vacuum at in here. I'm about to go and check the filter on it. So what I'm noticing is this thing is really working. And this is a smaller pump. It never cleaned out the pool the way this little one is. You can see all of the leaves in there. And for me to empty this, I would have to unplug it. That's the downside to this one. And maybe because it was a little less money, it doesn't have an on and off switch. So I literally have to unplug it in order to change this up from filtration to backwash when I'm cleaning it. Or even to just take this top off and dump that filter out and get those leaves in there out. So y'all, it's starting to look good, although the bottom still needs to be clean. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm connecting the actual vacuum to the pool itself. And y'all, it started coming up better than I thought. I didn't realize how well it was coming up until I looked back at it as I was editing. So I kept vacuuming, switching back and forth between the electric and the actual pool vacuum to get it to where I needed to be. And finally, days later. So this is the after. So while it was close to where it needed to be, it wasn't exactly. I could still see some dark spots in there. So I actually got... So I'm standing up in my sunroom looking down at it to see where I need to touch up some spots at, because you can kind of see darkness or whatever, but it's kind of hard to see in it right now because I just got out of the pool, so it's a little foggy. And plus I just shocked it, but I only used one bag of shock. And then tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment, so when I get back home, I'll take another look at it and see if I need to scrape it some more with the brush or just use the blue vacuum. But I'm pleased with it thus far. I just hate that I have to get in the pool to do that. Hopefully one day God will bless us with the in-ground pool. But until then, we're going to enjoy this one. So the first thing I did when I got home from the doctor's office was put on my good boots, my boots and waders, because I know they was going to get wet. I started cleaning with the scrub brush, and then, y'all, I took the boots off and I got my butt in the pool and I cleaned and cleaned and cleaned. And finally, we can enjoy this pool. And I beat my deadline of Memorial Day. Jesus.